This is One Fat Boy, and I'll be going over the three types of pregame sports bets, which are singles, same-game parlays, and cross-game parlays. Single game bets are a one-part bet in one game. They either pay out or they don't. Just the one thing needs to happen, and you'll win, which is usually like money line spreads or over-unders, which would generally look like this. The pros for these are that they are one part and they're easier to follow, as just one thing needs to happen. And then the cons are they are usually smaller payouts. Game parlays are bets that have multiple parts that have bets across multiple games and or sports. Each part is an independent game. These cannot be two parts from one game unless the sports book allows it. If one part fails, the rest of the bet fails. They generally look like this. Pros is that they are usually bigger payouts, and the cons as they are multiple parts, so if one part fails, the whole thing fails, and they are dependent on multiple games. Same game parlays are multiple bets on one game. They are multiple bets that are placed on one game that are usually on spreads, total points, or player propositions. If one part fails, the rest of the bet fails. Some pros is that they are usually have bigger payouts, and the cons is that they are multiple parts and events, so if one thing goes wrong, the whole entire bet fails. The value for each of these types of bets, as let's say we are going with single game bets first. So let's say I can make 5 bets, and I can place 5 bets that are single game bets that are all plus 100 odds, and let's say they all hit, so I'll end up making 2 times my original amount. Or I could either do a same game parlay or a cross game parlay and have them with plus 900 odds, and I just need 1 to hit out of my 5 bets, and I'll get 2 times the original amount. So it comes down to what would you rather do in this situation. Choice for betting, I usually go with multi-leg parlays, as you can build higher odds with multiple parts. So if you know multiple things that will happen in a game or across other games that you think will happen, you can build them all into one bet. You'll end up with a higher payout than a single game parlay. And then generally, if you do this, keep it within like 2 to 5 legs. As you start to go beyond like 6 or 7 or 8, it becomes more unlikely that it will hit, as more things need to go right. And as always, know your risk tolerance and just stay within those means.